Alright, so I have achieved the boil break. It's taking a lot longer than I would like, but it's a lot more liquid than I'm usually used to. So it's going pretty good here. I'm going to keep my eye on it for another minute or so, just to make sure that the boil break is complete and all the proteins are starting to break down. My first 90-minute addition is a combination of Simcoe and Chinook, and oh, it smells amazing. So this is going to be a pretty bitter beer. It's probably, well, based on the calculations, it's going to be about 121 IBUs. I'm really excited about a lot of the flavor that's going to come out of here. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes. So there we go. Turn down the gas and get these hops in. Alright, we've gone through the 90-minute, the 60-minute, and I'm just about to add the 30-minute hop addition. Following that, I'm going to have a 15-minute. We're looking at a 10-minute, and the flame out. It's about 5 ounces of pellet hops right there. It's a combination of all four that I've been using: the Amarillo, Chinook, Cascade, and Simcoe, I believe I mentioned. I'm also going to be adding at around the 5-minute mark some yeast nutrient that I picked up at Beyond the Grape, and following that I'll be chilling and adding this packet of yeast as well as this slurry that I've been cultivating. It's about 2 quarts or 2 liters that I've been running and feeding over the last few days with a pump, an air pump. The air pump has a sanitary air disc there that you can see, and it seemed to do a pretty good job. The first couple days before I was using the air pump, I was just giving it a swirl every time I walked by it, so probably got about 3 or 4 swirls a day, and I had some really active fermentation, so I really didn't want that. I just was really focusing on cultivating the yeast. You can see a little bit down there. I didn't cold crash this like I should have, but we'll see. So when I pitch the yeast, this is what I'll be pitching with the other packet of dry, and I hope that the yeast nutrient is really going to help chew through this 11-gallon I.P.A. that I'm putting together. So while we're waiting for the 15-minute addition, I took the time to use the counter pressure filler that I had made for, I don't know, probably cost me about $10 total, to get the last of the winter ale out of my keg. So I had about a 1 gallon that's sitting at the bottom of the corny keg. It was actually a fairly easy process. I think the trick for me was to make sure that the bottles were the same temperature as the beer that I was filling. I also relieved all the pressure from the keg itself after I disconnected the gas line. Set my regulator to about 3 pounds, or as close to 3 pounds as I could get. It came out at a fairly slow rate, but I was just filling these bottles up. I really wasn't all that happy with the way that this winter ale came out. I'm going to try cellaring this. The molasses had a little bit too much of a bite for me. It was quite smoky. It reminded me more of a porter than an actual a winter ale that I would come to expect from something like Vertical from TriCities Brewing. So if anyone from the club is actually interested in getting their hands on some winter ale, I have about 4 gallons here sitting, basically just going through a maturing process right now. This is not the primary, not the secondary, but the tertiary. Just trying to help mellow out some of that molasses. I felt that it was a little bit too strong. So if anyone from the club is interested in taking this beer off my hands, it is here. It's sterile. It's ready to go into a keg or ready to be bottled. It's up to you. Alright, I'll continue the video once we're at the next stage. Alright, finally we are at the 5-minute addition point. I'm going to put in this yeast nutrient that I picked up from Beyond the Grape. It's really inexpensive. I think it was about $1.80, and if you buy it on a club meeting night, it's 10% off. I am not familiar with what brand this is. I assume because it is a zinc nutrient that it's going to have quite a bit of zinc in it, Probably a little bit of calcium, but I'm really not sure. So this is the first time that I've used it. Really, the process for adding adding the yeast ingredient is just put it right into the boil. It's really important to have a good rolling boil. You can't really see it here. You can see my hop bag that I'm holding on with a simple clamp. I'm just going to dump that right in, and I'll give it a good stir with my mash paddle. I'll just mix it up here. Make sure it all gets in. Alright, and after this I'm going to do the flame out addition of about the 5 ounces of hops, and I'm going to start the chilling process.